dropped some stuff yesterday and today. So instead of doing like a short 6 video like I did yesterday that I didn't release, we're gonna go over everything that came out yesterday on Tuesday, today the stuff that came out on Wednesday, and kind of get you ready for Friday, which will be roster updates, a program, all that stuff. Let's just jump into it and go from there. Alright, so right here above me, you see that a new Conquest map came out. It was the Kendell Graveman Memorial map. Is Kendell Graveman dead? No, but they gave him his own Conquest, so it's gotta be for a reason. And then everything coming out on Friday, you see below me, not only do we get a new event, ranked program updates, we get a show class program, new mini seasons, and our first roster update. So there's gonna be plenty of free cards hopefully coming out, but let's just start with what came out yesterday, being the good old Kendell Graveman Memorial map. This thing's very juicy, I was gonna say juicy, but it's not juicy. All you're really getting are show packs for the most part. There was a thing that showed like all of it. There's really nothing exciting. There's a headliner pack over here somewhere. One of those, like, you get a random headliner, but everything else is basically strictly show packs. And then there's one, let's see if I can, this one I remember. There's one millionaire pack. So there's like 100 free subs like right here. Why they're not giving out free subs anymore in some of these things, I don't know. Or XP, I don't know, but that's really all you're getting. And then all the things here are just more show packs, but you get this Kendell Graveman that does have a 5-pitch mix, sinker, cutter, servo change, slider, four seam. There are meta relevant pitches. There's all that stuff. 125 hit per 9, 101k per 9 for sure. Absolutely 1,000 trillion%. Please do this because you're going to get a free 93 that you're going to use in your bullpen. God, I wish he was core, but he's not. But it's like it's the appetizer, realistically, to the show program. Do I think the closed classic program is going to be delectable and delicious? I think it's going to be mid. But I hope that I'm wrong. But that's the Kendell Graveman Memorial map. Conquest. Again, he's not dead, but because they gave him one, it's a memorial. Now, let's go to the marketplace, because, as we all know, SDS's favorite thing for content is packs. So let's talk about this. Again, for the love of God, if you haven't gotten this, get it. I don't know what the next one's going to be. It might be another one where you get the opposite, so you get another team. That's what I'm hoping for personally, but we'll see. This dropped today, so let's talk about this. Show Classics Pack 2. This Dustin A from, I want to say, 21. 93 hit per 9, 94k per 9, 98 walk per 9, stamina 99, sinker, cutter, curveball, four-seam changeup. So similar pitch mix. Sinker cutter's very, we all know it's very good. He's going to be very, very expensive. He does have outlier. He's in the rare round for this one. That's the first card. The second card in this round, Nico Goodrum. I remember this card being very slappy, so they bumped him up because I think he was only like, this was a series 42, so I don't remember how high these cards were, but I know it wasn't a 97. 91, 95 right, 125, 84 left. He can play literally every position but catcher, so you know what he's going to do there. He's going to be an expensive boy, no perks, but I wish they had a utility perk. Whereas, like, I think somebody brought this up, I remember years ago, where it was like secondaries take less of a hit when they can play like a lot of positions. But that didn't happen. So that's the rare round there. Talk about the mid round. Casey Mize is here. Four-seamer, slider, sinker, splitter, curve. 101 hit per 9, 80k per 9, 100 walk per 9. There's the control and stuff. I didn't show it on on Dustin, because I think you're gonna see more Dust in the RKC. He's got no perks. He's gonna be what he is. Not the exciting card there. Second one here is this Jorge Soler card. 85, 125, 96, 125. He's going to get Byron boosted, so keep that one in mind across the board. He's a good DH, but I think Live Series is good just as well, I think, in terms of the offensive output. I could be wrong, but right, left, all the outfield spots. He's got Road Warrior, first pitch hitter, Rally Monkey, table setter. So you could probably bat him number 2. What was his clutch? I didn't see what his clutch was. 100. Yeah, he's a good 2-3 hitter. If you remember this guy, good old Dom Smith, I didn't do well with him, but I know plenty of people who loved him. 104, 106, 93, 90 for Dom Smith. Clutch of 83. Vision's 90. You can play right, left, first, and right. I mean, could be worse. Some people loved his swing. So I know for some people, this is like, thank you for bringing back the king. The other one here is Eloy. 93, 92, 109, 103. Vision's 83. Clutch is 102, so not too shabby. He can play left and right. Fielding is 71. He'll have the bronze shield, any quirks. Breaking ball hitter, rally monkey, and situational hitter. I don't necessarily know how expensive or cheap he's going to be, but I mean, these two, if I had to say, I would say get this guy. I think this guy's going to have the better swing. And finally, we got a reliever in Jorge Lopez. 5-pitch mix, sinker, curveball, circle change, slider, and 4-seam from 2 years ago. He's kind of cheap, and if you need bullpen help, like I think most of us do, he might not be too bad. 114, 86, 98, and he corks outlier 1, so his sinker is going to be pretty heavy there. So that's that. And then also the last card here, came out yesterday, the headliner, is good old-fashioned Edwin Diaz, 125 hit per 9, 111 K per 9, 70 walk. He does have outlier on his fastball, and I talked about this in a video that I did yesterday, but it was really short, and I didn't want to do it or release it. I talked about I wanted to compare him to his live series and see sort of if one was better than the other. I think that card kind of outweighs it a smidge. He is playing up right now to an 89, but like this card doesn't have outlier, which is interesting because that one did. But the pitching, he like I said, the 2-seamers, a cutter, if that matters. I think 2-seamers are kind of dead at this point, but if you got the live series, I don't think you necessarily need this one, but he's got a sinker instead. That's the only difference, and outlier. So take that for what it's worth here. But that's all, quote unquote, the content. The last thing I wanted to talk about before we call it quits here is because there is an update. Kind of wanted to throw out some names. I was going to do a full video on this and really go in depth, but I just want to talk about some guys who I think could be moving up and some guys who I think are moving down. Moving up, I think Corbin Burnes might go diamond. I got him parallel 1, and he's already an 85, which is a +1 across the board. So a +1 or 2 to a couple categories will probably push him up to that diamond threshold. So if you got multiple of them, definitely hold on to him here. In my opinion, Felix isn't going anywhere. Adley probably not going anywhere either. But you're kind of seeing Cedric could get a boost, but I wanted to let's talk about the obvious ones sort of here. Devers, I don't think necessarily gets boosted, and you're seeing why right here. His live series boost right now, +9s to right, only garners him 2 points. He would need 3 points, and even if they were to stick that, you're probably not going to see a lot on the left side, which also pulls him down. So if you're hoping Rafi goes, probably not. Guy who I think might dip a little bit, and you see it right here, is good old Aaron Judge. -1 point to power and contact does drop him to a 92. Some people thought he would be losing 4 points. I don't necessarily think he'll be losing 4 points. But, however, this, I think, opens the door to something that could be rather interesting that he could drop probably to. If -1 drops him to a 92, then clearly if they drop him a little bit more, let's say he drops to a 90 contact. Let's say he drops 90 contact goes from 90 to 75, and the power kind of drops to like 124, 123, and then like 119, 118. How far is he going to drop? Well, we know he's at least dropping to 92, clearly, because 2 points drop him. But do I think he's going to drop out of that kind of teal rarity? Probably not. I think he'll be flirting with it, but I don't see 4 points. I see 1, maybe 2, but I don't think he drops to an 89. I don't think so. But I didn't think his numbers were that close to that borderline threshold. I thought he had a little more. Apparently I was wrong. So keep that one in mind. As for Juan Soto here, +9s do give him 87. I don't think he's going to get a +9 tomorrow. He might get like a +5. But I don't think this is going to push him to a 90. He'll jump up a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be enough to necessarily reach the next level. I think he still stays purple. Looking at kind of going along the way, there was a couple more. Gossman might dip a little bit, but I don't think he falls into the silver category. Same thing kind of there, nothing there. Josh Naylor very well could go diamond tomorrow. +13 getting an 86, so maybe not. But I do think he gets like a +5 to his stuff. He's been fire out of the gate so far here as well. Skubal could possibly be flirting with diamond. His 1 gives him to an 83. Do I think they give him enough to possibly get him up there? Not really, but I do think he's going to be like a long-term investment if you are into the investing thing. Bobby Witt, I think, might be on the threshold. Not this update, but probably soon. He's been swinging out of his gourd lately, but I don't think it'll take a lot. The plus 12s jump him up too, but remember, he's got the speed that'll help him. I don't necessarily know if they're going to register how much they're going to give, but I do expect him to go up, but I don't think he's going to jump into the red category, that next level yet. Pablo Lopez, the plus ones across the board do give him a diamond. Do I think he goes there? I think he might, but I don't anticipate it being like, if they jumped into an 85, it wouldn't shock me, but I wouldn't be like, hey, throw the subs in him, at least not yet. Kind of going on here, Jose could get a small little boosty boost, but I don't think, again, jumping to that next category yet. Again, plus 11s here don't render him to a 90, but I think 89 where he might be, and I don't think that's the deal. I think it's 90 to 92. It might be 89, so he might jump up, but again, sort of going there. Jordan's gonna say, so I guess he might actually be flirting with it because he's a 90. I don't know. Trout, I don't think Trout's gonna go anywhere. Nothing for the A's. No, you might see Julio drop, but again, I don't think he drops to a gold. Corey Seager, I think 1,000% is going to dip a little bit. He hasn't done really well. I know right now he's plus 8, gives him a 91. I expect him to drop down to an 89 for sure. I think he's going to get a 1 point drop. So if you got him, look to sell. Strider could, but I think Strider's just going to leave. Ronald very well might drop as well, but he's doing pretty well otherwise. Nothing for the Marlins. Francisco very well could go gold. Minus 14 does get him to an 85, so he does stick as a diamond. But again, could they drop him minus 14 against lefties? Probably not. But I do want to throw it out there that he very well could kind of slippity doo-dah. Cody Bellinger, if he gets some pluses, you see plus 9s to righties. Do you give him diamond status? Do I think he's going to get a plus 9? I don't know. He's done very so far, but crazy things happen. Where is he? Spencer Steer. I think he's a silver. I think Spencer Steer is going to get a boost. I think Ellie's going to get a boost here for sure. Plus 6 gets him 77. I think he's going to be a gold. I don't think he's necessarily going to get plus 4. If there were Spencer Steer and Ellie De La Cruz, definitely would be going gold. I think Hunter Green stays where he's at. Looking. He's in for a downgrade for sure. Arenado's probably going to stay where he's at. I wanted to go to the Diamondbacks because I think there's a very interesting quandary that could happen here. And I'm going to be real here. Corbin Carroll very well might kind of drop down to an 84. Do I think it's possible? No, but I'm going to say this. If you do have an extra copy and he's not locked in, I'd be considering selling only because I do see the chance that he's going to drop to a gold. I don't know because right now these plus 3s get him to that 88 threshold. A minus 3 might drop him to an 86, but he could very well drop to an 85, maybe an 84. Zach Gallen might take his spot, so keep that one in mind. Also, by the way, Kendell, I think 100% is going to get boosted up to a gold, so you might see some interesting changes there. Rockies, I expect nothing to happen. Ohtani could get a boost, but I don't think he's going to be a 96. We'll see. So these guys are kind of like in the same boat. Could they get a boost? They might. I think Freddie drops a level to purple, so if you have a Freddie Freeman, sell him now because I think his market's going to crash pretty hard here. Nothing strikes me rare. Blake Snell might drop to a gold, so if you got multiples of him, get ready to sell. Logan Webb might go diamond. I don't anticipate it, but keep that one kind of in the back of your head for the radar. And yeah, that's that. So that's about everyone. I'm not, for the love of God, don't take my investing. I'm just sort of going off what other people are saying and what I've seen from my fantasy team. So I'll keep all that in mind. But if you're into it, hey, you're into it. I'm not going to stop you. All right, but that's everything that came out the last couple of days. Again, I kind of just combined everything into one video because it makes my life easy. So leave a like down below, subscribe so you don't miss anything else. We'll be back Friday to break down everything and all that. lovely, lovely, delectable, fun stuff. Let me know. Do you think who's your card you're investing in or selling off because they stinky? But let me know down below. And with all that being said, my name's Specs, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.